PJCP is really belongs to the society. Is where we put out our science, I think. And I think my goals are to produce a journal that's not only cited. We talk a lot about citation in figures, but it also has to be read. And there's incredible amount of material, and I think an incredible amount of I'd say talent in the society and outside the society to produce this sort of stuff. But it's not only science; it's also the education for new clinical pharmacologists, and we have a really great platform to all produce that. The extra inspiration, I think, is generated by the fact that we don't have a printed journal. I think that's a huge opportunity to reach many more people with our content. And it's an opportunity also for people to publish then in it, so they can reach many more other scientists. Our content from China is increasing rapidly. There are many European countries that use this as the forum for their work. The word British is really reflecting sort of quality statement about what it's supposed to be, but not that it's geographically limited. And I think probably the fact that I'm here as a Dutchman, which is new, is a reflection of that. Clinical pharmacology changed enormously, and we may not have noticed it because it may have gone slowly, but it changed really extensively from the days where we had a single drug for a single disease to what I would call healthcare interventions. And healthcare interventions are generally groups of things we do now to patients. It's generally one or two drugs, and you see it in oncology that we never use one drug at the same time, we use several. But it's the drugs combined with a diagnostic test, devices, surgery and medicines, and combinations of all these things, even with food. So I think we're blurring the borders of the specialty, and I think that's good, because it gets much more back into what really healthcare interventions rather than just medicines. So it does mean that the sort of rigid borders around the content we produce will be blurred, and so we have to deal with that. And I think there's an incredibly bright future for clinical pharmacology, because if you start thinking about what's going to happen in healthcare in the next 20 or 30 years, if you think about the fact that there are 5,000 biotech companies in the world all producing innovation, and 50 big drug firms, and all this is coming our way and is leading to science which has to find its way in the public domain, and we're the channel to do that. Somebody who knows medicine, who knows pharmacology, who knows the methods to evaluate the drugs. Perhaps the role as a clinical pharmacologist who does a traditional consult in a hospital will diminish. But I think the role in managing all this innovation in healthcare, I think, will be increasingly important. So this is a really exciting specialty. It's not something that'll go away. So I think, again, for the journal, the future is just as bright as for the specialty of clinical pharmacology.